All right, so yesterday we talked about why we need to eat the way that we eat, and we also learned about what we should eat. Now we're going to dive a little bit more into the different types of meals. So you need to fill yourself up throughout the day. So number one, eating healthy food will help your body grow strong and be at its best. Healthy foods are the best fuel for your body, but we get our fuel in different ways. So some of us are not eating at proper times. We need to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and we need to have a few snacks. Well, let's talk about breakfast. Breakfast means to break the fast. You're actually going through a period of fast overnight. Okay. So when you're sleeping, maybe your last meal was at 8 p.m. Then you don't wake up until 7 in the morning. And then you don't eat breakfast until 10. So, like now, you just went from 14 hours of not eating. All right. So, what you need to do is break that fast. All right. So, the first meal is your most important meal of the day. I'm pretty sure you've heard that before. But I would also argue to make sure that you start your day off with a cup of water. Your body goes through a period of fast, but that also means that your body is dehydrated. So, wake up first thing in the morning needs to be your habit of drinking a glass of water and immediately upon waking up. Then we need to think about our first meal. Now, typically, here's what our meals look like. We have some cereal, maybe some white bread, egg waffles, healthy orange juice and apple juice, heart healthy cereal, and maybe a Pop Tart. Now, we talked yesterday a lot about different types of carbohydrates, and all of this is carbohydrates. You don't even have one source of protein in this meal. With all your meals, you should consist of protein, carb, and fat. And this is just carb in and not really good carbs. Even the orange juice and apple juice seems natural, okay, but it has added sugar in it. And we talked about how important it is to limit the amount of sugar that we have in a day. So your breakfast should look more like oops, this. Okay, so whole eggs. These are all whole foods. All right, you have regular milk, yogurt, fruits, vegetables, natural sugars. Okay, you have a bowl of oatmeal. I would recommend oatmeal as well. That's a better source of carbohydrate rather than cereal. Cereal was another thing that I got rid of. I haven't had cereal in over 20 years. Cereal is actually something that's unhealthy. We're going to get into food labels and stuff like that tomorrow, but I would recommend getting rid of cereal and trying to go to yogurt or maybe oatmeal if that's something that you like to do. Eggs is something I eat every day. My routine is I have two hard-boiled eggs, a handful of almonds, and some piece of fruit, whatever's in season, whether it be a banana, an orange during the winter months, strawberries, blueberries. Okay, those are great source of carbohydrates and great vitamins and minerals. Now, I pair lunch and dinner together. Lunch and dinner, sometimes it may look like this. You're going to the fast food restaurant for lunch, maybe going to Burger King, going to Wendy's. Wendy's. I used to have two junior bacon cheeseburgers, fries, chicken nuggets, and then maybe a frosty with a fruit punch or orange juice. All right, this was my high school. I'm not lying. This is what I used to eat in high school. All right, every day, or whether it be pizza, maybe a Taco Bell or whatever. But Wendy's was my jam. All right, so we would go to lunch, and I would get all of that, and I would eat it. I can't believe I even did that. If I did that now, I would be a mess. Okay, so it is unhealthy to eat this way. Okay, fast food restaurants are highly processed. We talked about processed foods; they have no nutritional value. Maybe you're getting a little bit of protein, maybe you're getting a little bit of carbohydrate, but there are better sources. We need to eat our food closest to its natural state. So what I like to eat is grilled chickens, everything that we saw yesterday. Okay, so now instead of a burger from the store, I'll have maybe ground meat and I'll make a burger, or I actually use Butcher Box. Butcher Box is a natural grass-fed meat service, and they deliver the meat to me. All right. So we want to be mindful of what type of meat that we're eating. Um, Baked potato, broccoli, avocados, lettuce, nuts, even your bread. So we need to be mindful and think about how our plate looks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right. So with this, we want to make sure that we're eating our foods as close to its natural state. We're choosing from that good food menu, and avoiding some of those bad food menus. And we talked about 80/20. Now, pretty much nutritional foundations or fundamentals. All right. What I recommend is eat whole foods, just like we said. get enough good quality protein. Pay attention to how much protein you have. Incorporate a lot of vegetables, incorporate a lot of fruits. We want high nutrient density. What that means is foods that are not processed. Foods that are processed don't have any nutrient density. If you don't understand what density means, that means it contains a lot within um, one thing, whatever you're talking about. Now we're talking about an apple that has a lot of nutrients in it compared to a Skittle, which has the same sugar, but it doesn't have any nutrients in there that are going to benefit you. I would recommend eat slowly until you feel satisfied. Don't overdo it. You can consume more than your mind can catch up. So sometimes if you eat so much and then all of a sudden you feel like you have a bellyache because your belly's out to here, it's because you ate so fast that your body couldn't process, hey, you're full, stop. So eat slowly so your body can catch up. And then minimize processed foods and added sugar. And again, if you have any questions, I know it's a lot of information. Okay, we can always give your questions to Arlie and let me know.